Hi everyone, and welcome to this Pilates class using the Pilates mini ball. And I want you to make sure that your ball is a little bit soft so that if you put it down on the ground, it doesn't roll anywhere. But we're going to get started today at the back of our mat, starting with a nice little warm-up before we get into our workout. So I want you to come, stand straight, make sure your feet are about hip distance apart. We're going to take the right arm, take it up and overhead, coming into some nice lateral flexion, opening up the side waist. And then take the left arm up and over into lateral flexion. Inhale, lift up, and then exhale. We're going to roll down vertebra by vertebra. So we get down, touch the mat, touch your toes if you can. If you can't, that's okay too. Take your elbows and we're going to sway from side to side. Feeling a nice stretch in the hamstrings and in the lower back. Okay, let's go for another 2. Last one, bring it back to center. I want you to walk your hands out now to a pike and just pedal out your heels here. Feeling a nice stretch in the hamstrings, pushing your chest through, opening up the shoulders. Extend that right leg up to the ceiling, and then we're going to bring it through between our hands. Plant that foot down, lower the back knee and tuck the toes. Lift up into your lunge. Take that right arm up, circle it around, open up the chest. Feeling a nice stretch in the hip flexors. Some nice rotation of the spine as well. Perfect. Bring it back down. And then we're going to push up to our pike again. Pedaling out the heels. Lift that left leg towards the ceiling. Bring it through between your hands, planting the foot down, lowering the back knee and tucking the toes. Lift up, circle that left arm around, opening up the chest. Take a nice big deep breath. Inhale. Exhale it all out. Okay, perfect. Lower that left arm, hand back down to the mat. Push back to your pike. Just pedal out your heels here one last time. Get into those calves, into the hamstrings. And then we're going to walk our hands back towards our feet. Just enjoy this last little bit of a stretch before we come into our workout. And then you're going to roll up, scooping in the abs, rolling up vertebra by vertebra until you get all the way to standing head over shoulders. Take a nice roll out of the shoulders. We're going to get started doing some standing work, and then we're going to take it down to the mat. So I want you to bring your ball onto the mat. We're going to take our right foot and we're going to rest our heel onto that ball. The toes are on the mat. That left foot is forward. We're going into a lunge, but we're not going to do a big lunge. It's going to be a small lunge. So that stance is going to be pretty much together. And then I want you to lower down, lift up. So you're pressing that heel into that ball as you lower and lift. Feeling it in the quads. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. You're drawing that transverse in like a corset. So there's a core connection there. Drawing your ribs down towards your hips. Okay, let's go for another 2. Last one, hold it down here. Find your balance. We're going to lift the left heel. Lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. You should be feeling a nice burn in that right leg. And we're working the left calf. Okay, let's go for another 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. You know what's coming next? Pulses, little pulses down. Little exhales as you pulse down. Stay with me, we're almost there. I can feel the burn too. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up, shake out that leg. Okay. We're going to bring both heels onto the ball now. Both left and right. Heels on the ball, toes on the mat. And then I want you to lower down into a squat. Find your balance. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower, arms come overhead. Exhale, lift. Okay, keeping that core connection. Making sure that your spine is straight and there's no arching in the back. Let's go for another 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Lift up. Shake it out. And then we're going to go into the other side. So, when you're ready, take that ball behind your left heel. That right foot is forward. See where it feels comfortable for you. And then we're going to inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Keep that spine straight. Belly button to spine. Drawing in that corset. Exhale, lift. Press through both heels. Let's go for another 3. Last 2. Last 1. Hold it here. Lift that right heel. Lower. Find that balance. Exhale, lift. You might need to look at something in front of you to keep that balance. Feeling a nice burn in that left quad. Let's go for another 2. 1. Hold it up. You know what's next. Pulses. Okay, burning it out here. Keep that spine straight, belly button to spine. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up. Woo! Shake it out, that burns. Okay, both heels on the ball again. Coming back into our squats. The last exercise that we're going to be doing standing. Okay. Heels are secure on that ball. Find your balance, connect to that core. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Keep that slight tuck under of the pelvis so that you're not arching in the back. Okay, let's go for another 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. 1 more. Lift up, shake it out. Okay. And then we're going to come to the back of our mat. We're going to roll down vertebra by vertebra. Take your hands to the mat. Walk them out into a pike position. Stretch out those legs. And lower the knees down towards the mat. Okay. We're going to come into some arms now. So take that ball in the right hand. We're going to come into a half plank. So send those knees back. Coming into our half plank. Slight tuck under of the pelvis. Rib to hip connection. Find that balance on that ball. We're going to inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Press into that ball. Okay. Keep that core connection. Your body, your arm is really trying to stabilize here. Last one. Lift up. Okay, take the ball in the left hand, come into your half plank, inhale, lower, exhale, lift, keeping the elbows in towards the body. Let's go for another 2. Last one, lift up, press back to a shell stretch. Well done. Okay, just shaking out those arms. Okay, come up to seated. We're going to be in the middle of our mat now, so we're going to do some ab work. We're going to take the ball behind our backs. So lower down. Make sure that the ball is in between the shoulder blades, like it needs to be by the lower thoracic spine. Okay. And the lower you take the ball, the harder it will be. But I'm putting mine kind of where my bra strap sits. I want you to make sure that you are keeping a neutral pelvis throughout so that you can feel that core connection. So when you lift up into your ab curl, You're not pressing your lower back into the mat. You're keeping that neutral alignment. Okay, take your hands behind your head. Extend that left leg long. Keep the right leg bent. You're going to inhale, lengthen the spine over that ball. Exhale, you're going to lift up into your ab curl. Inhale, lower. Remember, spine stays neutral. You're not moving that lower spine at all. You're keeping that rib to hip connection as you lift up, sliding the ribs down towards the hips. Gaze is towards your knee. Let's go for another 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Lower it down. On your next one, you're going to add a twist. So you're going to lift and twist towards the right, that bent leg. Inhale, lower back down. Exhale, lift and twist. Inhale, lower. So we're getting into the obliques, contralateral obliques, opposite obliques, internal, external. Exhale, lift and twist. Inhale, lower and extend. Let's go for another 4. Really burning out the abs. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Lower down. We're going to add a leg lift and a twist now. So exhale, lift up, twist. Bring that knee in towards that armpit. Inhale, lower back down, lower the leg down. Exhale, lift and twist. Inhale, lower and extend. Remember, you're keeping that lumbar spine as neutral as possible so that you can feel that core connection. And you should be feeling a nice burn about now. Let's go for 3. Last 2. Stay with me. Your head is just resting in your hands. You're not pulling on your neck. Last 1. Fold over, extend that spine. Feeling a nice stretch in the abs. Extend that right leg, bend the left leg. We're going into the other side, starting with our ab curls. So you're going to exhale, lift, sliding the ribs down towards the hips. Head resting in your hand, gaze towards your knee. Inhale, lower, exhale, left. Spine is neutral. Okay, let's go for another 5. 4. You guys are doing so well. 3, 2, 1. Lift, lower. We're adding the twist. Exhale, lift and twist towards the left, that bent leg. Contralateral obliques. Okay, let's go for another 5. Last 4, lift, lift, lift. 3, lift. 2, feel the contraction in the abs. Last 1, lift, lower. We're going to add the knee to armpit, knee to elbow. So exhale, lift, twist, bring that knee in towards the chest. Inhale, lower it back down. Exhale. Inhale, lower. Extending that spine. Okay, let's go for another 5. 4, 3, keeping that spine neutral. 2, 1, lift, twist, hold, lower back down. Lower over that ball, extend the legs, extend the arms overhead, feeling a nice stretch in the abs. That's what's nice about this ball. So you get some nice extension of the thoracic spine. Something that we don't get a lot of because we're always hunched over our computers or phones. Okay. I want you to take that ball now underneath your back. Okay. We're going to get into some glutes. And we're actually going to do quite a bit of glutes today. So take that ball underneath or behind your right knee. I want you to point those right toes. You're putting the toes on the mat. Your left foot is on that mat. We're going into single leg bridges. You're going to exhale, lift, bring that knee towards the chest, lift you up in the glute bridge. Inhale, lower back down. Exhale, lift, keeping that rib tip connection. So you're not flaring in the ribs. You're keeping the ribs down towards the hips, core engaged, transverse drawn in. And then lower everything back down. Exhale, lift. Press through that left heel. I want you to make sure that your hips are square. So if you need to feel your hips here to make sure that they're level, that you're not lifting and lowering your hip to the side, you're keeping everything level, you can use your hands. Okay. Keeping that ball behind that knee, using the hamstrings to do that. Okay, we're going to do one more. Lift up, hold, and then we're just going to tap that right foot to the mat, lift it back up. So we're working that left glute in an isometric hold. It's working hard. Exhale as you bring that knee in towards the chest. Inhale, lower. Let's go for another 2. Whew. Last one. Lift up. Grab that ball. Extend that leg. Pulse that ball. Squeeze that ball with those hands. Lifting up into that glute bridge. Hips are square. Let's go for another 5, 4. Squeeze that ball. 3, 2. Getting into the chest. Last one. Lower it down. Lower the hips down. Hug the knees in towards the chest. Stretching out that left glute that burned. Okay, just rocking from side to side. Giving that glute a nice stretch. You might want to circle your legs. Okay, in the other direction as well. Perfect. Okay. I want you to now take the ball on the left, behind the left knee, bring that right foot down to the mat, and you're going to touch those left toes towards the mat. We're going into the opposite side now. Okay, so you're going to exhale, lift, bring that knee towards the chest, inhale, lower everything down. Remember to keep that rib tip connection, sliding the ribs down towards the hips so you're not flaring in the ribs, keeping the belly button to spine, making sure the hips are square. Let's go for another 4. Last 3, 2, 1. Hold it up, tap the toes, lift back to chest. I want you to make sure that the hips are square. You're staying up in that bridge, not lowering the hips as you lower the foot. Exhale, lift, belly button drawing in towards the spine. Let's go for another 3. Last 2. Last 1. Grab the ball, extend that leg, squeeze, squeeze, holding up in that isometric hold. That right glute is working hard. Let's go for another 4. Squeeze that ball. 3, 2, 1. Lower that left foot down, then lower all the way down. Hug your knees in towards your chest, taking a nice stretch. Okay. We're going to come onto our right-hand side now. You're going to be on your right forearm. Your elbow is going to be underneath your shoulder. I want you to push up out of that shoulder, out of that sideways. So you're not sinking down here. You're lifting up. You're not on the beach. Okay, make sure that your feet are in line with your hips. Knees are bent. You're going to take that ball behind your left knee. Remember that good form, lifting up. And then you're going to come into your clamp. So we're going to lift the feet. You're going to exhale, open. Inhale, close. So we're getting into the side glutes. I want you to make sure that when you open that knee, you're not opening the hips out to the side. You're keeping the hips square. Going with your own mobility. Okay, let's go for another 4, 3. Core is working hard as well. Last 2. Last 1. Hold it up. Tap the knee. Tap the toes. So we come into internal, external rotation, pushing up out of that shoulder. The upper body is still. Okay. And this is so good for our hips, going into internal, external rotation. Okay. Let's go for another 3. Last 2. Last 1. Lower it all down. Take that ball, send it to the bottom of the mat. And we're going to put that bottom ankle over it. I want you to make sure that your leg is in line with your hip. Your body is in one straight long line. Bring that top leg on top. We're going to come into circles. So what's going to happen now is the core is really going to switch on because it's stabilizing that foot on the ball. You're going to lift up that top leg. You're going to circle it up and around. So exhale for half the circle. Inhale for the other half. Now keep your upper body still. Keep your hips still. That leg is just moving. Keep that stability. And then we're going to go in the other direction. Exhale. Inhale. Let's go for another 3. Really lengthen that leg. Last one. Lift it. We're going to tap behind, tap in front. So exhale as you lift. Inhale as you lower. Okay, staying up. You're not resting on the beach. You got that good form. The core connection is working hard. Okay. Let's go for another 3. Last 2. Last 1. Lift. Tap. Bring it up in line and bring it down. Take that ball. Put it underneath the side waist by those bottom ribs. Okay, you can bend that bottom leg in. Push up out of that shoulder, out of the side waist. We're just going to lift and lower that top leg. So exhale to lift it. Inhale to lower it back down. Again, and get into more side glutes and the obliques. Okay. Let's go for another 4. 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Take that hand to the mat. Top hand, the bottom hand comes behind the head, so the right hand. And then you're going to lower down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. So you aren't pushing through this hand too much. You're using those obliques to lift you. Your hand is just resting gently. Last 3, 2, 1. Hold, squeeze. Lower down, we're going to do the leg and the oblique crunch. So you're going to exhale, lift the leg, coming into your crunch. You'll notice that your leg doesn't get as high than what it did before. That's because we're adding the crunch. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, hold, hold. Lower down. Extend that body. Bringing the arm up over, feeling a nice stretch in that side waist. Okay. Bring it in. I want you to fold up your mat now so that you have nice padding. Bend that bottom leg in line with your hip. Top leg is extended, coming into our side plank. We're going to push into this ball with the left hand. So you can exhale, lift up into your side plank. Inhale, lower back down. Exhale, lift and press. Inhale, lower back down. getting into the obliques, same side obliques, so ipsilateral obliques. Exhale, press. Okay, let's go for another 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Take that ball up to the ceiling, and then we're going to thread it underneath, coming into rotation. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring it through. And then lift and extend. Staying up in that side plank. Don't dip the hips. Don't lose that height on the hips. Shoulders working hard. Last 3, 2, 1. Lift it up. Little pulses with the hips. Nice smile. Head in line with the rest of the spine. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Lift up and over. Stretching it out. Stretching out that waist. Nice lateral flexion. Okay, release that. Before we go into the other side, we're going to take the ball behind our left knee. Okay, so you're going to start in your donkey kick. I want you to make sure that you're sliding the ribs down towards the hips so that there is a slight tuck under the pelvis. We're going to inhale, lower down, exhale, lift, lower that leg, inhale, exhale. Keep the elbows in towards the body, drawing that belly button to spine. Okay, last 3, last 2, last 1. Lift that leg back up into a donkey kick. I want you to flex or tuck those toes underneath on the right foot. And then you're going to lift up into a knee hover. You're going to bring it in. Exhale, bring that knee towards the nose, extending that other leg. And then you're going to inhale, lower to the knee hover again. Lift that left leg. Don't drop it down here. Lift it. And then exhale, knee to nose, crunching in the center. Inhale, lower back down, keeping a straight spine. Gaze towards your hands. Lift up using that glute. Exhale, press. Inhale, lower. This is hard work. Stay with me. Extending the leg. Lowering back down, lifting up that leg. Let's go for another 2. Last one. Okay, lower that knee back down, tuck the toes, lower the left leg, press back to a nice shell. Taking a nice release. Then we're going to go into the other side. So when you're ready, we're going to lower down onto our left hand side. Taking the ball. So lower down onto your forearm, making sure the elbow is in line with the shoulder. Take the ball behind your right knee. Make sure the feet are in line with the hips. Knees are bent, holding onto the ball, pushing up out of the side waist. And then we're going to lift the feet, open up into our clam. Exhale, lift it. Inhale, lower it back down. Remember to keep the hips square so you're not opening up the hip. You're keeping it square, keeping that good form, and you'll work much harder. Don't relax. We're almost there, almost at the finish line. Let's go for 2. 1, hold it up, tap knee, tap toes. Exhale as you lift it, inhale, lower. Keep up. Let's go for another 3, 2, 1. Lower everything back down. Take that ball, bottom ankle, over that ball. Make sure that your body is in one straight long line. So find your balance, lift up, top leg is over the bottom leg. Okay, connect to that core, and then we lift the top leg, circle it forward, up and around. Remember to keep those circles small so that you are stabilizing the upper body and the bottom leg. One more in this direction, and then we change the direction. Back, up and around. Upper body not moving, just that leg. Last one. Lift it up, tap behind, tap in front. Exhale. Keep that stability. Try not to wiggle too much with that ball. It's hard, I know. Okay. Let's go for another 3. Last 2. Last 1. Lift up, lower it down, take that ball, put it underneath your side waist, by those bottom ribs, lower ribs. Okay, make sure it's wedged in there, bend that bottom knee, and then press up out of that shoulder, out of the side waist, lift, lower. Exhale as you lift. Remember to keep the hips square, so you're not lifting that leg and opening up the hips, you're keeping that good form. Think of that mind to muscle connection, working the glute med and the glute min. We're almost there, guys. Stay with me. You can get to the end of this class. Last 2, last 1, lower it down. Okay, take that top hand on the mat, bottom hand behind head, and then you're going to lift up into that crunch. Inhale, lower, exhale, crunch, inhale, lower. Remember, this hand is on the floor, mostly for support. You're not trying to press through it. You're trying to think of those obliques working. So exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Okay, last 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Now we add the leg lift. So you exhale, lift up into your crunch. Inhale, lower. Mind to muscle connection. Feeling those obliques. Feeling those side glutes. Okay, last 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Stretch it out. Hit your body. Lie over that ball. Opening up that side waist. Before we get into our side planks, you know what is coming. And class is almost done. So you have no excuse but to stay with me. And besides, we're here to work. So you clicked on this video for a reason. Let's get through it together. Okay. Bring it back in. Fold that mat up. Bend that bottom leg in line with the hip. Extend the top leg. You're going to press into that ball with the right hand. You're going to exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Squeezing those obliques. Same side obliques. Pressing into that ball. So that it activates the core even more. You feel that transverse abdominis drawing in like a corset as you press into that ball. Okay, last one. Hold up. Inhale, extend, exhale. Getting into that nice rotation of the spine. Last 4. Keep those hips up. 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. Little pulses with the hips. Almost there. Almost there. Okay. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Lift up and over, coming into some nice lateral flexion. Stretching out that side waist. Okay, release that. And then we're going to come into our push-ups again. So take that ball behind your right knee. Okay, hands on the shoulders, knees on the hips. You're going to lift that leg up into your donkey kick. Slide the ribs down towards the hips so that there's a slight tuck under of the pelvis. You're going to inhale, lower, exhale, lift and lower that leg. Stay with your breath. Keep your elbows in towards your body. We're coming to the end of class. So let's finish it out strong the way we started it. Last 2. Last 1. Okay, lift that right leg, tuck the toes, and then come into your knee hover. You're going to exhale, pull that knee in towards the nose. Inhale, lower into your knee hover, lift that leg. Exhale. Inhale, lower. The shoulders are working hard. Whole body is working hard here. Okay, gaze down towards your hands as you lower that knee down, keeping a straight spine. Lift up that leg. I always forget. Keep that leg up as you take it up. Last one. Lower it down, lower the knee down, untuck the toes, lower that leg down. Take a nice shell stretch. Nice deep breath. One more exercise and then we're done. I promise. This has been a good class so far. Nice and tough. Just the way I like it. Okay, we're going to take that ball underneath the sternum now. So by the lower ribs. Legs are extended long, slightly externally rotated and about mat distance apart. Take your hands out to the side. You might need to scoot down your mat a bit more if you don't have space. Okay. So find your positioning now. You are in extension of the spine. And then you're going to lift up, extend the arms, bend them back in, lower them down, lower the head down. So inhale, lift, exhale, extend the arms, inhale, draw them in, exhale, lower the head. Stay with your breath. We're working on the back extenders. Okay. We're going to do another 4. Getting into those back muscles. Last 3. Extend the arms, lift up, bend, lower it down. Let's do 2 more. Extend, bend, lower. And I want you to try and lift up a little bit higher. Lift up, lower it down. And then you're going to lift up, press back to a shell stretch. Taking the ball in front of you. Taking a nice big deep breath, just calming the nervous system down a bit. Okay. Let's stretch out the glutes a little bit. So lift up. Take that right leg in between the hands. Lift up, finding your pigeon. Make sure the hips are level. and then lower down. Finding a nice stretch in the glute. We worked the glutes hard today. Okay, lifting up. Take that left leg between the hands. Lift up, extend. Make sure the hips are square. Lower down. Feeling a nice stretch in the left glute. I want you to lower down the glutes to the side now. Extend that right leg long. Left leg is bent in. You're going to come into some nice lateral flexion. Taking that arm up and over, folding over that right leg. Take it back up. Bend the right leg in. Extend the left leg long. Take it up and over. Folding over. Okay, release that. Bring your feet together. Extend the spine, lift up, lengthen, and then fold over. Feeling a nice stretch in the hips. And then you're going to inhale, roll up through the spine to seated. And that's it for today's class, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this one with the ball. If you have, please give it a like. Let me know in the comments if you would like to see more videos using the ball and how you found it. Subscribe down below as it really supports my channel and I really appreciate it. And I hope that you'll be here in the next video. Bye, guys.